Welcome to YC English Podcast.
Ever feel like you're working hard at English but getting nowhere? That's what we're fixing today.
Hey! So glad you're joining us. We're about to talk about something that I think every learner struggles with.
Okay, so, have you ever watched a native speaker and thought, why can't I talk like that yet? Yeah, that's what we're diving into.
Oh man, that hits hard. I remember trying to use big words way too early. Spoiler, it was a disaster. But we'll explain why.
Exactly. We're gonna break down why overreaching is a trap, and how to learn smarter, not harder. Let's get into it. Okay, so, you know that feeling when you watch someone speak perfect English and you just feel stuck?
Oh, totally. It's like, you're looking at this mountain and you're still at the bottom. But here's the thing, you're not supposed to be at the top yet.
Right. I mean, think about it. That polyglot on YouTube? They've been at it for years. You're comparing day 1 to year 10.
Yeah, and that's the trap. You see the highlight reel and think, I need to be there now. But that's not how learning works.
Exactly. So the word for today? Overreaching. It's when you try to do something beyond your current level, and it backfires.
And honestly, it's a recipe for burnout. You push too hard, you get frustrated, and then you want to quit. We've all been there.
So instead of looking at the advanced learner, look at the person who's one step ahead of you. That's your real benchmark.
Oh, that's such a good point. Like, if you're at A2, don't compare to C2. Compare to B1. That's achievable and keeps you motivated.
For example, I was overreaching when I tried to read that novel. I only knew half the words. Overreaching is like trying to lift a 100-pound weight when you can barely do 20. You'll just hurt yourself, or your motivation.
For example, your benchmark should be someone who's just a little better than you, not a native speaker. A benchmark is like a mile marker on a road. It tells you how far you've come, not how far until the end. Super useful.
Okay, so picture this. You walk into a bookstore, and you see 500 advanced English words for fluency. Tempting, right?
Oh man, I've been there. I bought that book. And then I opened it and saw words like ubiquitous and paradigm and I was like, nope.
Right? It's like, you're trying to run before you can walk. You grab these huge words, but you don't have the foundation.
Exactly. And here's the thing, those words? You'll probably never use them in a normal conversation. Like, when was the last time you said ubiquitous?
Honestly? Never. But I say everywhere all the time. So why not just learn that first? Keep it simple, you know?
Yeah, and the word for this is grasping. Not the physical kind, it means trying to understand something that's too far out of reach.
Oh, that's good. So instead of grasping for advanced vocab, start with the 1,000 most common words. That's your real power move.
Totally. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't put the roof on before the walls, right? Same with vocabulary. For example, stop grasping for advanced phrases, master the basics first. Grasping is like trying to catch a butterfly with a fishing net. You're gonna miss, and you'll just wear yourself out.
For example, without a strong foundation in grammar, your sentences will fall apart. A foundation is like the base of a building. If it's shaky, everything on top will crumble. Start solid, build strong. Okay, so I feel like there's this idea that if you're comfortable, you're not growing. But is that really true?
Oh, that's a great question. I think people confuse comfort zone with stagnation. But they're not the same thing.
Right. Like, imagine you're learning to swim. You don't jump into the deep end on day one. You stay in the shallow end until you're ready.
Exactly. The shallow end is growth. You're still in the water, you're still learning. It's just not overwhelming.
So the phrase here is stay in your lane. It means focus on what's appropriate for your level, not what looks impressive.
Yeah, and honestly, staying in your lane doesn't mean you're not ambitious. It means you're smart about your energy.
I'd rather master 50 words I can use than memorize 500 words I'll forget tomorrow. Quality over quantity.
For sure. So next time you feel bad about staying in your comfort zone, don't. That's where the real learning happens.
For example, I tried to join an advanced conversation group, but I realized I need to stay in my lane for now. Staying in your lane is like driving on a highway. You don't switch to the fast lane until you can handle the speed. Stay safe, stay smart.
For example, staying in your comfort zone isn't stagnation if you're still learning. Stagnation is like a pond with no fresh water. It gets gross and mossy. But your comfort zone? That's a stream, it's still flowing.
Okay, so I've seen this a lot, learners who refuse to speak because they're afraid of making mistakes. That's a form of overreaching too.
Oh, interesting. I never thought of it that way. But yeah, you're trying to be perfect before you're ready. That's setting the bar way too high.
Right. And the word here is perfectionism. It's when you only accept the best, so you end up doing nothing at all.
Yeah, perfectionism is like trying to bake a cake without cracking any eggs. It's impossible, and you'll never get the cake.
Huh. I love that. So instead of waiting to be perfect, just speak. Make mistakes. That's how you learn. It's called trial and error.
Exactly. Trial and error is like learning to ride a bike. You fall a few times, but eventually you're cruising. No fall, no ride.
And here's the kicker, native speakers don't expect you to be perfect. They just want to communicate. So relax.
For sure. So next time you're scared to speak, remember, you're not auditioning for a movie. You're just having a conversation.
For example, my perfectionism stops me from speaking because I'm afraid of sounding silly. Perfectionism is like trying to draw a straight line without ever putting the pencil down. You'll never finish, and you'll miss the whole picture.
For example, learning a language is all trial and error. You try, you mess up, you try again. Trial and error is like cooking a new recipe. Sometimes it's too salty, sometimes perfect. But you learn what works by doing it wrong first.
Okay, so last scene, you're at home, and you just had a 5-minute conversation in English with a friend. That's a win.
Oh, totally. And I think we forget to celebrate those little moments. We're so busy looking at the finish line that we miss the steps.
Right. So the phrase here is small wins. It means recognizing progress, even if it's tiny. Like, you ordered coffee in English today? Huge win.
Yeah. Small wins are like putting coins in a piggy bank. One coin doesn't seem like much, but over time, You've got a whole savings.
I love that. So instead of saying I'm not fluent yet, say I'm better than I was last week. That's real progress.
Exactly. And that's the opposite of overreaching. You're not comparing yourself to someone else. You're comparing yourself to your past self.
That's the secret. So let's all make a promise: stop overreaching, start celebrating the small stuff, and enjoy the journey.
Amen to that. And remember, it's not a race. It's your personal adventure. Take it at your own pace.
For example, I celebrated a small win today. I understood a whole song in English. Small wins are like puzzle pieces. One piece doesn't show the whole picture, but each one gets you closer. Celebrate every piece.
For example, don't compare to others, compare to your past self. That's the only honest comparison. Your past self is like an old photo. You can see how much you've grown, not how far you have to go. It's your personal timeline.
Thanks so much for watching today's episode.
Hit subscribe and we'll see you next time.